Hey, we got Drewz Viewz here, and I'm back to react to Stranger Things Season 3. Today I'm doing episode 4, which is called The Sauna Test. I'm not sure what that's about. Is it about the hot, cold stuff with the things from the upside down? They seem to like that cold temperature. We saw last time Billy had like a cold ice bath going in his room or bathroom when Eleven and Max were creeping in there to investigate. Eleven was doing her whole thing, covering the eyes, astral projection, whatever it is, spying on people, on Billy specifically. That's how they found out about the whole thing. There's the missing lifeguard who wasn't really missing. She's just possessed now, too. The episode ended with her and Billy knocking her parents out, assuming they're going to drag them back to the whole thing and what's going on here. We had that old lady that captured the rat. Jonathan and Nancy came up on her eating the fertilizer. She's possessed by the thing now. It's a problem over here in Hawkins. Will knows about it. He's telling them first of all, he was going off on Mike and Lucas, but especially Mike last episode, upset with all their girl drama. And he was like freaking out by himself too. But then when they came up on him at the end of the episode as well, he was indicating to them that something's wrong again, that he knows that things back. His mom and Hopper went down to the lab. Hopper got knocked out by presumably a Russian guy. We're not 100% sure. Could be another possessed guy or whatever. But over at the mall, they're on to the Russians. The new trio over there of the ice cream scoopers and Dustin. Yeah, that's pretty much everything that's going on. Try to do a quick recap there. Probably forgot some stuff, but it's all coming together again. The team might be getting back together, the kid team at least, to see what's going on. And yeah, let's see if I can find out right now. I will find out right now what happens in episode 4 here. So, getting a little more picture of what's going on now this season. I guess halfway through already here, but the mind flayers controlling them. It is kind of turning into a little bit of a zombie thing. Obviously, that's the bent on this season 3 here. And they set it up a little bit with the dead in the first episode. So, I guess I don't remember if this is the case with like Will and stuff from season 2. I don't know how much he really got beat up. I can't remember exactly, but Billy is strong, obviously, anyway, but, he getting thrown through a brick wall and stuff and still being able to run away. Clearly, it must be giving them kind of super strength powers. Even with the old Driscoll lady, like, eating all that poison, basically, and not being dead. Not sure what Nancy was seeing on the charts before the freak out at the end there, but clearly it's a real story. I don't know what, because she's one of the people that knows about all the stuff that's gone down so far in the first 2 seasons. I would think she would think it was related, or her and Jonathan both would. Obviously, they got in a fight over getting fired this time, but, they would think that it's something to do with the mind flare and everything, right? The upside down, but we'll see. I don't know if he's going to be in this season or not, but I wouldn't be surprised, like I kind of mentioned during it, if they get the guy back in. Brett Gelman is the actor's name. I know him from. He's a comedian, but last season he was the conspiracy theory guy. Thinking it would make sense for him to show back up at this point. I don't know about Busey at the office. I'm considering it that it might be like he might get on her side, start to realize something's going on, especially since the boss guy at the paper is the dad of the cheerleader who's part of, possessed now as well by the mind flare. Maybe it's going to be another thing, kind of like Steve from season 1, where someone's set up negatively and then they kind of turn the character around. But maybe not. Maybe it'll just be kind of the comedy relief douche guy, but we'll see there. Obviously, the kids all back together this time. Mike found out that Elle was spying on her, which is, it's not cool, obviously. That'd be rough if your significant other has that capability to do that. But I'm sure they'll probably be getting back together after this one. Meanwhile, Hopper obviously is taking over. It seems like the Russians probably own that group that bought the mall and that's doing all the shady stuff there. So I guess he's on the trail there. Some good scenes there with him getting his way. Since the mayor's wife came home, though, I assume he'll be warning the people or whatever. But I don't know. We'll see. What else? So they got Eric involved. That was pretty funny stuff there, and getting her involved then too in the show with, more of the main plot, getting roped in at the mall, going through the event for them, and then they get trapped in that elevator thing down there. I assume that they're gonna get caught basically for next episode, or they are caught. So we'll see what happens there. Yeah, so it's all coming together a bit. So some good scenes this episode. Not my favorite episode of the season so far, but some good parts. Yeah, with Nancy and her mom too. I kind of mentioned that was a nice scene there, telling her to keep going. Yeah, like where it's ending up so far. I'm excited to get back for the next one, episode 5, season 3. So join me for that next time when I react to that. Do subscribe to the channel here if you're not already. Comment, anything like that. And until the next one, I'm out of here. Peace.